Hi, welcome back to the Cafe of Dreams, where we create your life, life made to order. I'm Lynn Kitchen, but I'm no ordinary chef, and this is no ordinary cafe. This is where we're cooking up your new dreams and your life. Did you catch the last episode called The Victim Diner? Yes, that's the first kitchen I ever built, and it was a disaster. I completely burned down my own kitchen. And for someone with the name of Lynn Kitchen to have burnt down her own kitchen, that was no fun. But there I stood with nothing but ashes around me. Maybe you can relate, because maybe you too went through something in your life where you lost everything. Maybe a nasty divorce, or a loss of a job, or a bankruptcy, or a life-shaking illness, or a crash and burn incident. So what do? Well, we're still breathing, right? In my case, I began to build a new kitchen. But what did I build? Let's watch this little video clip to find out. But you know, that fire taught me something. What I did not want. Life has a way of teaching us that, right? What we don't want. So I built a new kitchen. I knew what I didn't want. I just didn't really know what I did want. I wasn't ready for anything great. I just wanted something better. So I opened the Ordinary Grill, and it was ordinary. But we actually had some great ingredients, great recipes. So-so satay, comfortable curry, safe soup, and indecision ice cream. But again, all of the ingredients were quite limited. Every recipe called just a little bit of passion, a touch of your desires, a little bit of hope. And the secret was you only used half measures. And you put your half measures into a mediocre mixer, and you put in just a touch of procrastination. It didn't take much. And then you mixed on medium for about a decade. Time flies fast in the Ordinary Grill. But that's why it was so popular. Actually, we had lines around the block to eat at the Ordinary Grill. Why? Because I figured most people are scared to live an extraordinary life, myself included for a long time, and they feel comfortable in the Ordinary Grill. I probably would have still been there myself, except one day someone walked into my restaurant that changed my life. Ha ha! Well, remember I mentioned that there are only two ways we can live a life, one by design and one by default. So that was one of my default disasters. So what do? We redesign. We try again, and usually with our best intentions, we do build something better. But I have found that usually we build something with or without our knowledge just to be safe. Do you hear me? Do you get what I'm saying? After a disaster in our lives, the next thing we usually create is someplace we can feel safe. Just float, just coast. Be safe, be low-key, just get by, right? Just make ends meet. But is that really the land of your dreams? No. It's the Ordinary Grill. So you need to wake up, because the Ordinary Grill can be very seductive, and it can lull you to sleep for a very long time. You will cook so-so meals there, and your projects stay only half-baked. And you keep using one ingredient over and over, procrastination. And you begin to feel quite comfortable. And there is nothing wrong with that, except that decades can go by. Believe me, I know. Even entire lifetimes can go by, and you look back and someone asks, "How did you like your life?" And you say, it was okay. How many of you are feeling stuck in a rut like that? Like you are living the same year over and over? No, 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 no. Hey, you're in the right place now. You know, it was Michelangelo who once said, hey, you know him, he was the famous chef. Well, Michelangelo said, the greatest danger for most of us is not that we aim too high and we miss it, but that we aim too low and actually reach it. Most often, we set a goal that we think we can achieve that is based on the circumstances that we currently have in our lives. But circumstances are our history. They are not made of our destiny. There is something in every one of us that is greater than the circumstances that we are facing now. You are not your history. You are greater than that. Today, let's pause for just a second and say, what one thing would I love to do if I didn't believe I could fail? What one thing would I love to do if I knew it was guaranteed to succeed? So go ahead and dream a little today. If you could really have a dream of your life, a life where you're not ordinary, where you feel extraordinary, where you feel alive, what would it look like? You're in the right place. Come back and see what happens next. How did I get out of the ordinary grill? And who or what helped me to get out? We'll see you next time in the Cafe of Dreams.